Today, I'm gonna show you how to create this beautiful transition in DaVinci Resolve, useful for MoGraph or other type of animations. First step is going to Effects, then Toolbox and Effects, and add a Fusion composition to the timeline. Right-click and open in Fusion page. Here we will see a media out, and we will connect a background. I'm gonna use the square background. I have made a tutorial about it, so go check it out. Now let's drag the media out to the view, and like you can see we have the background. I'm gonna also add an ellipse mask, and here I will link the width to the height like this, and we'll decrease the size and also increase the soft edge. We have a beautiful background. Now what we can do is add a text, for example text plus, and I'm gonna rename it to Veil, and here I'm gonna write down Veil again, change the font to Inter and the size to 0.2, and we can also change the color to orange in my case, and we'll connect the text to here. Like you can see we have the text. I'm gonna also change the font type to black, and now we can arrange the background here with the mask, and we can bring the text here. So now we have a text in our view and we want to animate it, and what I'm gonna do is add a transform node like this. I'm gonna rename it to size anim, that stands for size animation. I'm gonna set my playhead to frame 0, and I'm gonna keyframe the size, and then I'm gonna move 16 frame forward, and I'm gonna set my size to half, so you can do 1/2 or just type 0.5. Like you can see, we're going from 0 to half of the size. Now in the spline editor, Command F to fit it to the graph, Command A and hit T, and lock the is in and is out option, and set this to 70. I'm gonna select it again because sometimes it's broken, and I'm gonna set it to 70 again. Like you can see, we have a smooth spline. Will be slow at the beginning, fast in the middle, and slow at the end. If you don't understand what I'm doing, I have a tutorial about animations, and I'm gonna also leave it here. What we are going to do now is take a look at the animation, and it's smooth. And now we have to switch between two texts. So we are gonna to create another text like this, and we'll call this one video in my case, and here we'll also change to video like this. Now we have to connect it to the view. We'll use a switch node instead of merge node, and we'll put it here. What I also like to do is add a pipe router, so hold Option or Alt and click the arrow, and we have added a pipe router to stay more organized. Now we can connect the video to the switch, and now if you play, we can't see the second text. The switch is set to input 0, and the input 0 is this one. So we have to transition to the second input. To do so, we just created our size animation between keyframe 0 and 16, and to create a smooth animation, we have to switch in the fastest point of our spline graph. And the fastest point is at the keyframe 8, because if we take 16 and we divide it by 2, we're gonna get 8, and the 8 is the fastest point, because here is slow, here is fast, here is slow. At the fastest point, we will go to the switch, go 1 frame back, so frame 7, set a keyframe, go 1 frame forward, and at frame 8 and set input 1. And like you can see, we have just created a smooth transition, but we're still missing the animation to the video text. So copy the size animation and Command Shift V to paste, so we create an instance. Another way to do it is right click and paste instance. Now connected with holding Shift to the video text, and like you can see, we have a smooth transition. But we have a problem. The text is getting smaller. To fix this problem is quite simple. Go to the video and here add a transform node. Now rename it to offset size. And what we're going to do here is offset the size. So we want our size to be the same here, and here should be the same. To do so, we have to double the size. So size is 1 multiplied by 2. The reason is quite simple, because here in the size animation, we have animated from 1 to 0.5, and that's half of the size, and here we are just multiplying but by 2, so from half we're getting the double, and this fixes the offset problem. Like you can see, we have a smooth transition. We can also go to the size animation and to the settings, and then enable motion blur. Here set it to 4, and we can also do it right here, but it's not necessary because we have created an instance, so everything we did here will also be applied here. So the blur is already enabled, and like you can see, we have a beautiful animation. I'm gonna disable the high quality and motion blur here because for the rest of the tutorial I don't want to lose frames. We will enable it in the end, but don't you worry, you can also leave it like this because because in the final render, everything will be added even if you disable the motion blur in the Fusion page. So let's continue and let's copy the video and paste it again here. I'm gonna rename it. This will be editor like this. And here we'll be also putting editor. Now we can create another switch and put it here, connect the editor right here. Now we're gonna create the second animation. So just copy the size anim and put it under here. It's not an instance, a normal copy. Then we have to go to the first size anim and go to the last keyframe. So at frame 16, go to the size anim 1 and in the keyframe editor, we're gonna offset the animation to start from the end of the first animation. So our second animation will start from the end point of the first animation. So let's play. Now we can copy the size anim, Command C and Command Shift V to create an instance like this. We have to switch between the first word and the second word from video to editor. To do so, we have to go to the keyframe in the middle, the fastest, and it should be at frame 25 or 24. Yeah, 24. And here we're going to the switch and now I'm going to go back one frame and set a keyframe, go forward one frame and set another keyframe to input 1. And let's take a look. We have again the problem of the size, so just copy the offset size, Command C and Command Shift V. So we just created another instance, and like you can see, we have a smooth animation. We can also move on and continue, but before continuing, I'm gonna explain you some important things to apply it to every type of animation. You can apply it to the size, to the opacity, you can apply it to the position, you can apply it to everything you want. So remember, we just created the text, we set the size, then we created these two blocks. This is the animation and this is the copy of the animation. It's the same, it's an instance. So here I'm gonna set an underline layer and I'm gonna rename it to size animation. So we have the first element and the second element. The second element will be offsetted to twice the size, and in this animation we will have the value to be half of the original one. So when we offset here, we can just double it and we are good to go. And remember also to go to the switch that controls these two values is this one. Then we have the switch, the second switch that controls these two values. So we're switching from veil to video with this one, and then from video to editor with this one. And remember to do the switch at the fastest point of your animation. So go to the animation, fit it to the screen with Command F and search the fastest point. If you have seen my video about animations, you know how to recognize the fastest point, and it's the steepest. So here it's a flat curve and then it's getting steeper, and here is also flat and then it's getting steeper. So this is the steepest point of our animation, and so we'll set our playhead to keyframe 8, and then we're going to the switch. We're going back one frame and keyframe the input 0, and going forward one frame and we'll keyframe the input 1. That's everything to know to this transition. We can also continue to animate, and what we can also do is do it with an image. And so let's grab a DaVinci Resolve logo and put it here, and I'm gonna connect it with a switch again like this, and we'll connect it here. Connect the media in to the switch, and now we're gonna copy the first animation, Command C and Command V. It's not an instance, put it like here, for example. Then I'm gonna offset the animation, so go to the last animation, go to the last keyframe, it's 32, because the first animation was from 0 to 16, the second from 16 to 32, and this new animation will be from 32 plus 16 frames. So go to the new animation and offset it to start from frame 32, like this. Should be good. Then we can copy the last animation, Command C, go here and Command Shift V to create an instance. And now we can select the size animation, Command F, go to the fastest point, should be around here, so frame 40. Go to the switch, go one frame back, keyframe the input 0, go one frame forward and keyframe input 1. And now let's take a look. Okay, that's good. In this case, we didn't add a offset size because we're not trying to match exactly the size of the text, but you can also add a transform just in case, and you can control the offsets to however you want, just to match it better, but it doesn't matter. And if we go to the edit page, we can take a look at the entire animation. Like you can see, the animation is quite smooth. So, like I said, you can apply it to everything, like position and that kind of stuff. That's all for today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and take a look to the channel, and see you in the next video.